Hello YouTubers and YouTubies, North Coast T here. Today we're working on a 2005 Chevy Equinox. It's come to that time where I did an alternator probably a little over a year ago on this, and it's bad again. So this is where it's located here, and first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery, which is hidden underneath this computer. You got some Phillips screws to pull out. Should be 3, but that one's missing. And then disconnect the battery. Alright, tools needed for this job are 15mm, 10mm, 13mm, flat blade, regular screwdriver. You don't need 3 different ratchets. I use 3 different sizes because that's sockets I had set out. And you need a wrench for the tensioner pulley. They make a special wrench for that, like this, but it doesn't work because you go against a firewall. You need something ratcheting on the end, so this one works better with the ratcheting end. So there you go. Okay, now that you have this cover off with your 3 Phillips screws, you can locate the battery cables, and this is 5/16. Loosen that. Remove one of those cables. Let me get in there and get that disconnected. Now you want to disconnect your airbox. You got a screw here to remove it off. This vent line here, plug here. Get those off. And then you got your clips that open it. Another one over here, and then it opens like a clamshell. That comes off. Take out your filter, and we're gonna get into that. With the airbox removed, you got a 10mm here. Pull that out, and then this will loosen this whole base of the airbox, and then you can kind of see right up in the front here, 2 rubber studs come off the front of there and plug in, so the box will lift up in the back and pull straight back. So let's get that. Once you lift up on this back side, you pull this back. I'll show you what you're doing. Those 2 there, this air inlet, and then these 2 rubber grommets lock in up here, here, and here. The rubber grommets, air intake just goes in there. And just to give yourself lots of room, you want to take off this vacuum line here. There should be a pull clip right here. This one disappeared, so this one just pulls off, but you would pull the clip up and then pull it off. And we're just trying to get things out of the way so you have plenty of room. After you get the vent tube off, you want to go to the back of the alternator, and you'll see there's a rubber boot here. Pull it off, and it'll expose this 13mm. I already pulled my boot back because we were testing to make sure the alternator was bad. It's only putting out 11 volts. So pull that off. And then once you get that off, you'll find a plug hidden around the back side there. And it's hard to show you, but once I get it off, I'll show it to you. Okay, once you pull this off, you'll be able to see this a little better. This plug here, you gently lift up on this clip, and pulls straight back toward the firewall. It goes on the back side of the alternator back here. And like I said, it's real hard to see, but if you stand on the driver's side, you can kind of get a glimpse of it, so you can see what you need to pull off. All right, now if that's off, move around. You got bolts up here, one here, and one hidden on the back bottom side of the alternator, kind of down here. And those are 15. So let me get that off. Before you take these bolts out here on the alternator, you got this one here. And let me see if I can get you back there and see that other one. It's on the bottom side. Alternator. Right there. Wow, that was hard to see. Before you take those out, you want to get into your tensioner down here and loosen the tension on your belt. You'll need one of these. And just get it, there's a hole right here on the front. Once you get it in there, you'll be able to release the tension on the belt and pull it off. Belt tensioner works like that. Get that in there, and then as you start to release the tension, there should be a pinhole, like you can put a screw or something in to hold it, but you really don't need it. So once you loosen the tension, you can just pull it off this pulley right here. You definitely want to either take a picture of it or pay special attention to exactly how the belt goes on, so you know how to route it next time. You're going to go, you got this idler pulley here, you go around. Anything with ribs, the bottom of the belt goes on. Anything smooth, the back of the belt goes on. So it goes under here, around here, down around the air conditioning pump, around the bottom of the crank. And then there's another pulley here. It comes after it goes around the crank, comes back around, goes over around the tensioner and up around the alternator. But I didn't pull it all the way off because I didn't want to redo all of that. So now I just release the tension, like I said, off of this idler pulley. And you check your belt, see if it needs replaced while you're at it. Mine does. It's got cracks in it. Alright, now you can finish taking these fasteners out here. And now you got a lot more room. This back bottom bolt that I showed you on the alternator is a bolt in the nut. So make sure you don't lose your nut off the back. And the back nut on mine is also a 13 millimeter. 15. It's a 15 millimeter. So you got 15 millimeter on the front and back, and that goes through. So, alright, now I'll take this one off. See if there's any more surprises. That alternator is wedged in there pretty good. So all I did was stick a screwdriver right in here between the aluminum and gently pry it out. So, there you go. So it's out like that, and it's also tight on the bottom too. So you'll have to work it back and forth to get it out of the bottom where the other bolt goes through. Okay, in order to get mine out, I had to disconnect this harness, this plug, and move the whole entire wiring harness out of the way just to get it through the hole. So this is what you're looking at. This is that plug that faces the firewall. Here's their main power source. And then I also had to put a screwdriver under here and pry it out of this piece because it was stuck in there as well. But she's out. Okay, and then reassemble is everything in the opposite. And like I said, make sure before you take your belt off, you take a picture of it, or at least draw a diagram or something of how it's routed. You can kind of leave it in place and then slide it back on, but mine's cracked, so I'm going to have to replace it. So, and like I said, when you're disconnecting all those wires, make sure to pay attention where they're all at. So, you can put them back together. Like I said, that one wiring harness is like 6 plugs or something on it. But there you go. And we'll put it back in the reverse order. You should be all set. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you for checking it out. Have a good day.